Now, we've always been taught that criticism is the key to growth. It's viewed as a sharpening stone, the factor that pushes people to reach their potential, the power behind progress. And that's how all of us here learned, right? Red ink on our English essays, notes in the margins telling us what went wrong, and corrections on our math problems. And that's exactly right. Criticism is essential for learning, but oftentimes people fail to acknowledge the power of its counterpart, compliments. And that's why today I want to take on a different perspective and talk about this other side of growth. Because while criticism can show us where we need to improve on, compliments show us what we're already doing right. And that might prove to be a lot more powerful than expected. Now, a few months ago, I co-captained a mock trial team for a competition. It was my first time captaining, and despite the immense amount of help and support I got along the way, it was extremely tiring. I was sick, I had to edit scripts, coordinate different meetings, look after the performance of 3 newbies, and make sure I would do all myself. So now, we're 2 rounds into the competition, and the judges, they don't seem to like me as much as I hoped they would. And I rank last on both of my ballots. So my confidence, my energy, my morale start dropping, and now we enter a 3rd round. And just when I thought everything would be the same as the previous 2 rounds, I get 2 unexpected comments. One from the judge, and one from the opposing team's coach. They compliment me. They compliment me, they compliment my team, and they tell me how natural my witness is. And these 2 comments, they were by far the most impactful I had received the entire duration of this competition. And after hearing them, I was able to pick up my energy levels, more determined to push through and do well. But the impacts of these comments lasted even after the competition itself. It really taught me how sometimes preferences do play an immense role. And one judge might absolutely hate me, and the other judge might absolutely love me, even if I played the exact same witness or delivered the exact same speech. So then it comes down to balancing these preferences and not taking criticism personally, as sometimes there really is no objective better. And looking back on it, it's actually quite surprising how 2 simple comments had such a large impact. 2 simple comments that took perhaps just 5 seconds to type out had the power to change a person's entire mindset. And this does not only apply to mock trial. I would not have had the courage to attend my first MUN conference if a trainer hadn't complimented me. I wouldn't have spent so much effort studying English if my parents hadn't told me I was talented, even though I don't think that's true. And I certainly would not dare stand here today if not at one point someone hadn't told me, your speech delivery has improved so immensely. Now, looking back, after a few years, I've become that someone in many ways. I have a younger sister. I am one of these oldest students in this school, and I coach club members for MUN and mock trial. And there have been countless of times where results in competitions become highly subjective and dependent on personal preferences. And pushing through the learning process can be hard. And while constructive criticism may improve script qualities, it does not necessarily increase the passion or motivation needed to push through. Compliments do. Because in these difficult times, and while it may not seem like it, all it takes is a single word of encouragement, a single smile of reassurance, a single piece of genuine affirmation. And that single compliment might help someone persevere when they thought they wouldn't be able to, or bring a slight boost of confidence in times of low morale. That single compliment might make all the difference for someone else. And that's what I've been trying to do, to stand in another person's perspective and understand the difficulties that they're facing, to give a compliment when they need it. Now, perhaps even more importantly, compliments form communities. Compliments form bonds that would otherwise have been completely unimaginable. Now, before every single mockshall competition, we have a tradition. We go around in a circle, we pick one person, and we just compliment that person. And every single time after an MUN session, we just squeeze ourselves into a room and we rant. We talk to each other, we give each other advice, or sometimes we just offer a simple compliment. And by the end of this, we just emerge with smiles and everything becomes so incredibly heartwarming. These compliments, they form friendships. They form friendships with people that you would have called strangers just a few days ago. We form friendships across grades, across schools, across continents even. And whether I am the one being coached or the one coaching, I think these compliments are a large reason to why I and so many others continue doing the activities that we do and enjoy. So give a compliment. Encourage someone and recognize it when they need it the most. And I'll lead with an example. Thank you guys for being an amazing audience.